In a wide, sun-drenched green field, right beside a great forest, lived 3 bullocks. One was black, one was white, and one was brown. They were the best of friends, and their days were filled with happiness and harmony. They did everything together, grazing on the lush, sweet grass, resting in the cool shade of the big trees, and simply enjoying each other's company. Their bond was so strong, it was like an invisible shield around them. Not too far away, in that same forest, lived a powerful and clever lion. As the king of the forest's edge, he was always on the hunt for his next meal. He would often watch the 3 bullocks from a distance, his eyes gleaming with hunger. He craved to make one of them his dinner, but he knew he couldn't. Your unity was their strength. Every time he tried to approach, even just to test them, the bullocks would instantly stand side by side, horns out, forming an unbreakable wall. They were a single, powerful force, and the lion always had to back away, frustrated and empty-bellied. One afternoon, as the lion sat under a large oak tree, licking his paws, he thought hard about his problem. Holiday. I can't beat them when they're together, he muttered to himself. But what if they weren't together? A sly, cunning idea began to take shape in his mind. He realized that if he couldn't break their physical defense, he would have to break their friendship first. With this wicked plan, the lion decided to act. He quietly crept up to the black bullock, who was enjoying a patch of clover a little way off from the others. "My friend," the lion whispered, his voice full of false concern, "I must tell you something for your own good. I overheard your friends talking. They said your coat is too dark and that you bring bad luck to the meadow." The black bullock's heart sank. Could it be true? Doubt, like a poisonous weed, began to grow in its mind. Hurt and confused, the bullock turned its back on its friends and walked away, a profound sadness clouding its thoughts. The lion then found the white bullock and repeated his trick. "Your friends are complaining," he hissed. "They say your white coat is too bright and that it attracts unwanted attention." Then he went to the brown bullock. "Think, your color is dull and boring," the lion lied smoothly. Each bullock, hearing these poisonous words, began to believe them. The trust that had once been the bedrock of their friendship crumbled into dust. Soon, the once inseparable trio stopped talking to each other. The cheerful meadow grew silent. Each bullock kept to itself, grazing alone in a different corner of the field, their hearts heavy with suspicion and loneliness. They had lost their trust, and in doing so, they had lost their greatest strength. The lion watched from the shadows, a cruel smile on his face. His plan had worked perfectly. Now, it was time to strike. The lion saw the brown bullock grazing all by itself near the edge of the woods. With a mighty roar, he leaped from the bushes. The bullock, terrified and alone, had no one to stand with it. It ran for its life, but the lion was too fast and too strong. He chased the brown bullock deep into the forest, and it was never seen in the meadow again. Next, the lion set his sights on the white bullock. It stood trembling in the middle of the open field, completely exposed. The lion let out another fearsome roar and charged. The white bullock, paralyzed with fear, was as Lee driven away from the safety of the field, disappearing over the hill. Funnily, only the black bullock remained. It stood all alone in the vast, empty meadow, filled with a terror it had never known. The world felt cold and hostile. It looked around for its friends, but there was no one. The lion appeared, walking slowly and deliberately towards it, confident in his victory. The black bullock knew there was no escape. The powerful bond that had once made them invincible was broken, and now it was left completely defenseless against the predator it had once so easily defied. And so, the story of the 3 friends came to a tragic end, a sad reminder that when we stand divided, we fall.